Many of you incarnated with heightened emotional and energetic sensitivity, often labeled as being empaths or highly sensitive people in your current language. For much of your lives, this sensitivity may have felt like a burden. Environments that others tolerated easily overwhelmed you. You picked up on the moods of those around you to a degree that left you drained or confused. The collective turbulence of recent years may have intensified these experiences. In response to your heartfelt requests for support, and as a natural consequence of your own inner evolution, your nervous systems are now undergoing a subtle but profound recalibration. The current alignment delivers frequencies that help your neural pathways, your endocrine system, and your energy body organize themselves in ways that allow you to feel deeply without being flooded, to be aware of others' emotions without absorbing them as your own. You might notice that situations which once left you exhausted now feel more manageable. You may find that you can sit with someone else's pain while remaining anchored in your own center. You may discover that your intuition has become sharper, more precise, less tangled with anxiety. This is the blossoming of a mature empathy, one that includes you in the circle of care rather than sacrificing you to it. As you integrate this upgrade, you become living examples of how sensitivity, far from being a weakness, can be a profound strength when coupled with self-awareness and healthy boundaries. Your presence becomes soothing to others, not because you carry their burdens for them, but because you model what it looks like to be open-hearted and grounded at the same time. In a world moving through rapid change, such beings are invaluable anchors. Alongside the main developmental trajectory of humanity, there has existed what might be described as a mirror timeline, a thread of potential in which certain patterns of fear, control, and disconnection received ongoing reinforcement, leading towards increasingly dense and constricted outcomes. For a long period, this mirror stood close to your primary timeline, reflecting back amplified versions of your collective shadows, tempting you to believe that the darkest possibilities were inevitable. The phase you are now entering marks a significant loosening of the energetic ties between these threads. The alignment acts as a dissolving agent not only for individual patterns, as we have discussed, but also for this larger shadow trajectory. The mirror is no longer being polished and maintained in the way it once was. Its surface is cracking. Its reflections are becoming distorted, less convincing, easier to recognize as illusions. You may observe this in your external world as narratives of doom feeling increasingly out of step with your own inner sense of what is possible. You might notice that attempts to manipulate through fear, while still present, are losing some of their potency for you. You may find that even when confronted with stark examples of separation or cruelty, something in you quietly refuses to accept that as the defining story of your species. This does not mean that all challenges will suddenly vanish, or that everyone will simultaneously step off the mirror path. Free will remains. But it does mean that the gravitational pull of that trajectory is weakening. For those of you who choose, again and again, to align with compassion, creativity, and courage, it will become easier to walk paths that do not culminate in the worst-case scenarios once envisioned. You are not running away from your shadow. You are integrating it enough that it no longer needs to steer the entire ship.